Hi there, and happy Halloween from Cult of Cinema. My name is Aaron, and tonight we are doing a very special Halloween-centric video. I wanted to figure out what the best timeline was for Halloween, and I decided that in order to do that, that the best way for me to go about this was to actually look at ranking not just the films, but the lead characters. Now, I won't be ranking one lead character throughout the series, and that is Loomis. Why am I not ranking Loomis in this one? Well, Loomis, he's the GOAT, and I want to leave something, maybe for next year, to give like different levels of Crazy Loomis a stellar ranking. So in this one here, we're going to be ranking other lead characters from the films, aside from Sam Loomis, who will get his own special ranking down the road. But I figure we'll start out with ranking the lead characters for all the films. I'll give you my thoughts and ideas on that. Then we are going to rank all the films. Then at the very end of this, I am going to rank all of the timelines to give you my favorite ultimate timeline for, I was about to say Friday the 13th, for Halloween. Anyway, sit down, get your treats that you've smuggled away from your kids' bags or your drink or whatever, and get ready to play along with me. Maybe argue at your television set. That's okay. It's all subjective. And as always, I guess I have to start it with if you like this video, please hit the like button. Sharing it helps out too. Subscribing definitely helps out. Hit the bell notification down below so that you won't miss other videos like this. And if you want to become a Patreon member, that's down there too. We're called the Crimson Cult. We do live videos. I've got a bunch of special videos coming up called the Report Card for every company. And I will be doing the Culty Awards, my very first Culty Awards, as well as a lot of other big surprises. And we do have a new store. We do have a new item especially for Halloween, a t-shirt that is dropped in the in my merch store, and I'll show you that a little bit later. It's only going to be available for this month, for Halloween and the month of November, maybe a little bit less, and then it goes away forever. It's only for this month. So let's look into this right now and check out exactly what how I'd rank them in Halloween. I'm ranking not Laurie Strode, just Laurie Strode. I'm ranking the Laurie Strode from all the different films. So let's do that, why don't we? All right, so here we are with the ranking list right there, and I want to start from first to last. So I'm not gonna like cheat or go out of it anyway. So let's start with Laurie Strode from Halloween, 1978, and honestly, you know that's going to be a top. It's classic Laurie Strode. It's Jamie Lee Curtis at her her peak at this time, just doing fantastic. She's relatable, she's fun, she's likable, she's cute, she has some great friends, and unfortunately those friends don't make it out of the film. Spoiler alert for a movie that came out in 1978, but it's easily to put that into the top list. But where do you rank Jamie when it comes to Halloween 2? Now, Halloween 2, Jamie is, she eventually is in the film. She's in the hospital. She's drugged up a lot. And she shoots Michael in the eyes. So when you really think about it, considering that Michael Myers had his eyeballs shot out and blew up in this film and caught on fire and had his face caught on fire to the point where we saw his face engulfed in flames, he's got amazing healing powers. But I can't put that at a top level. And the wig, oh my God, that wig. So I hate to do this, but you're going in the good category, even though that film is great in my not so humble opinion. Now, obviously, Halloween 3 does not have any characters from the Halloween Michael Myers franchise, and we're looking at that right now when we're ranking lead characters. Because if we're ranking Tom Atkins and the Stash, that would go top right away. But let's go into Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers, and we have two characters to rank here in The Return of Michael Myers. First off is Rachel, and Rachel is the pretty much the Jamie Lee stand-in. She's the Laurie Strode of this film here, and she does an amazingly good job. That she's extremely likable. You really kind of like her character, even when she says things that are actually pretty unlikable. The character herself says it with such earnest that there's no way that you can not like her. So Laurie Strode 2.0, Rachel goes into the great category. And I don't think you can honestly put Danielle Harris's Jamie Lloyd in anything but the great category as well. She really knocked it out of the park. And some people say, well, she knocked it out of the park for a child actor. But no, she was actually a fairly accomplished actor on like soap operas and stuff as well during this time period. So I am going to put her right here. Now we get to Halloween 5. And Halloween 5, we have Jamie Lloyd. We'll start with Jamie Lloyd in this one. And it's just going to go good. And that's not her fault. Her character is mute for most of Halloween 5, and she does all these kind of like psychic visions, and oh my god, it does not work. Now, Tina, the Rachel replacement, the character that everybody hates and wants to see die. I didn't actually. I thought Tina was an interesting character. I didn't find her as annoying as most people did. I thought she was fun. She was attractive. She definitely has an arc within the story, and basically she's trying to be more fun-loving than she actually. She's not given a lot to work with, but what she's given to work with, she does good with. And so for a lot of you people that are haters of Tina, you're probably not going to like the fact that I'm going to put her into the good category. And oh my, did it swerve from here. I forgot to list Danielle Harris's character into Halloween 6 because her character is in it, but Danielle Harris is not. J.C. Brandy is, and I literally did honestly forget to put a picture there, and it would be kind of meh because she really doesn't have enough to do in the film to actually warrant me putting her picture in there, and that's not her fault. Again, it's the script's fault. But let's focus on what Halloween 6, the Curse of Michael Myers, actually focuses on. Paul Rudd and Kara Strode. So let's start off with Paul Rudd, who is Tommy Doyle. This is really the first big role for Paul Rudd. He did this before Clueless, but Clueless came out right before this movie did. And oh my God, did he regret doing this movie, apparently. But for what he has to do in it, he's basically a younger Loomis is what he is. And they were setting it up for that. Of course, Donald Pleasence, he was getting older at the time. And this will be the last movie that he made. And the director did not treat him well. But we're going to put him here in... I almost want to put him in great. I really like his character, but I'm going to put him in the good category. And with Kara, they didn't do a lot with her, but again, perfectly serviceable. We'll put her into... I'm going to put her in good. See how nice I am with these films here. All right, so when this became a bust, these decided, hey, let's forget all these films existed except for part 1 and part 2, and let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back to the board, and let's do Jamie Lee Curtis's Laurie Strode. I think she had changed her name and went to a boarding school where she was a head mistress of a boarding school and had a son now. The son's not on the list, but Jamie Lee character's Laurie Strode from H2O is, and it's great. Although she didn't have a lot to do in Halloween 2, she had a heck of a lot to do in H2O. It pretty much centered on her character, and when it got away from her character, didn't always pan out as well. It seemed like you're watching Dawson's Creek, but not a good episode of Dawson's Creek, one of those later episodes where there's characters that you don't like so much. But yeah, I got to put her in the great category right there, even though H2O is not one of my favorite films. All right, here we go. Rob Zombie's Halloween. We got the lead character is going to be, of course, Laurie Strode. I'm not doing Loomis, not doing Brackett, I'm not doing any other characters. I'm doing Laurie Strode. I'm trying to stick with the main characters here. And in Rob Zombie's Halloween, for what for what Scout has to do, in all honesty, she's one of the most, and one of the only likable characters in this entire film. Her and her parents, that's pretty much it. That's where it goes with likable characters, except for maybe Danny Trejo. And you know what? I'm going to put her in great. I'm going to do it. But with that being said, when Halloween 2, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 came around, I don't know if I could find anything lower than meh, but if I could, I would definitely put her there, because in Rob Zombie's Halloween, the most annoying character, and it's not because the kid did what he's told to do, was the Dake Frags character, basically everybody at the beginning of that film. But him like screaming, I'm listening over and over again, went through me like nails on a chalkboard. And absolutely every scene that Laurie Strode does in Halloween 2 goes through me like nails on a chalkboard. And she's gorgeous. She's a great actress. But for me, this did nothing for her. And we're going to put it there. Oh my God, you know what I did? I actually forgot Halloween Resurrection, like most people. Did I do that on purpose as a joke? Maybe I did. Yes, I did. So the lead actress is okay. I mean, there's nothing really there. She's very, very bland. But you know who does? Who is the MVP of Halloween Resurrection? Busta Rhymes. Oh yeah, Freddie Harris. You're damn right he's going in great. Trick or treat, motherfucker. Because I love this character. And honestly, the only saving grace of this character is watching Busta Rhymes on the screen. Because pretty much everything else is horrible in Resurrection. And because of him, I can rewatch it. It has rewatchability factor, which it wouldn't have if he wasn't in it. Okay, we're getting to the new ones. We're going to Halloween 2018. And we have the three characters. We got, well, not really the three characters. We got Laurie Strode from 2018. And oh my God, is she back in form. And she hits the top of the category list for 2018. Allison does good stuff in this film, but she really doesn't have a lot of, there's not a lot to really learn about Allison. We find out, she's one of the Strodes. She breaks up with her boyfriend, Cameron, who doesn't have a very big part in the first film, so he's not listed here. And I'll put her in the good category. And Karen, her mom, will go in the good category as well. I would have put her in okay, but she has that fantastic scene near the end of the film, Gotcha, which I utterly love. Now, Laurie Strode, I didn't switch over to do like from Halloween Kills, because it's pretty much the same thing, except she's not in it very much. We really can't rank her here. However, there are three characters to rank in Halloween Kills. And those three characters are, well, Karen, who's gone from good to being freaking great in this one here. And she really does anchor a lot of this film. When they're going through that over-bloated sequence in the hospital, which I still have issues with, Karen is pretty much the shining spot to that. When we get to the ending of the film, Karen rocks it when she finally goes and faces Michael Myers again. And we get that gotcha line, and it plays out so well. But it wasn't just Karen in this one here. It was also Allison, who, again, has grown a bit. But I don't know. Do we put her in the great category? Not quite yet. I think she has the possibility of getting to the great category. But for now, I'm going to be controversial and put her in good. But you know who I am going to put in the great category for this time around? Cameron. Cameron really stood out in Halloween Kills. And oh man, did I ever love his character. And oh man, did certain things hurt when his character was in pain. It put me in pain. This was a character that was a throwaway character in Halloween 2018. You really didn't care much about him. He just seemed like a bit of a jerk and a way for her to not have her cell phone in Halloween 2018. But my God, right from the opening, Cameron is making major moves that affects the rest of the film. And how do I feel about that? Amazing. So yes, Cameron really shone in this one. So he does go into the great category. Now, we still have to rank the Halloween films, but before we do that, let's come back to me for a second, just for a second. All right, so we've ranked the characters. Do you think you got an idea yet of where the Halloween films are going to go, where the franchises are going to go? Now, always remember this. I do have a certain specific type of Halloween film that I like. So, are the Rob Zombie Halloween films going to be ranked high on my list? Probably not. Now, all that being said, please remember, this is what I feel about Halloween. There are a ton of Rob Zombie fans out there for these Halloween films, and I get it. Well, I don't get it. Obviously, I don't get it. If I got it, I'd be ranking them much higher. But that's okay, because this is just one guy's opinion, and it's okay to have a different one. So let's get into the ranking of the films, and then we'll go to the timeline, because that's something that's be interesting to look at as well. I'm kind of intrigued when it comes to that. So, as much as these lights are supposed to be helping me, they really, really don't. So we're going to go all the way through here, and even in a way, we're kind of do verses with this. So the way that I did this was I wanted to do it in a Halloween style. So the top is like if you're going trick-or-treating, you're a kid. So a full bar and chips. If you go to a house to get a full bar and chips, that's the top. That's the top of the list. Next up is M&M's, because they're deliciously great. Twizzlers are good, so you get there. You're kind of okay with candy corn. You're probably going to put that back for a while. And at the bottom of that list is the raisins. Like, you always know that house that's going to give you raisins, and you're like, oh, are you serious? Raisins? I actually like raisins, but it wasn't one of the things where I'd be excited. Well, do I eat this bag of chips or do I eat these raisins? Well, the raisins will come later. But let's rank the films right now in order, and I will be putting in Halloween 3 here because it's its own timeline. So with Halloween 1978, honestly, it's a full bar and chips right out of the gate. It's a full bar and chips. Yummy. I'm excited. I'm full. I'm just satisfied. It's done everything that it can for me. And there's some things that people like or don't like about this one, and I completely understand it. But for me, this is my Halloween. This was a time that I was a kid, and it scared me in much the way that this generation may be scared by Rob Zombie's Halloween. But for me, it's the epitome, and it's the top of the heap. Now, that being said, you know what? Halloween 2 hits the top as well. I really, really like Halloween 2. I think it's a quality sequel. And when I went out and I got picked out 2 of the Halloween films to get on 4K, when Scream Factory put out the first 5, Halloween 1 and Halloween 2 were by far and large the ones I wanted to get the most. Utterly adore both of these films, and they fit together, even though I hate the sister storyline, and we'll get to that when we rank the timelines. I gotta say, I do dig this one here. And we get to Halloween 3, which is the Season of the Witch, and honestly, yep, sorry, it goes right to the top again. Right to the top with a bullet. I love this film. It is so insane. It is so crazy. It is horror. It is sci-fi. It is fantasy. It is just weird and unique and gory and crazy and sexy. And Tom Atkins is drinking all the time in this film, and I cannot take my eyes off it. And where people say, oh, well, people like Halloween 3 now, years later. No, I liked Halloween 3 right from the beginning when it came out. It actually, the trailers for this film with the elongated shadows of the kids scared the hell out of me when I was a kid. And it easily goes into the top category. Halloween 4, it's an M&M's for me. I mean, honestly, I could almost really put that into the top. And you know what? Fuck it. Yes, I really did. I think it's a great follow-up to the Halloweens. And they did an incredible job. I really liked it. Some people are go back and forth on it. That's okay. For me, this is the top here. You know what? This is probably going to get changed. But Halloween 5, it's easy. It's a Twizzlers. Not quite a candy corn. It hasn't gotten to candy corn status yet, but it's getting there. Now, Halloween 6, the theatrical cut, is definitely candy corn. There's some great kills in Halloween 6, the theatrical cut, but oh my god, nothing else. I will rank the unrated producer's cut into Twizzlers, though, because I do like that a bit better. Put a pin in it, though. And go straight on to H2O, which is definitively candy corn. I liked it. I didn't love it. I thought Jamie Lee Curtis was great in it. I thought the performances were overall pretty good. But let's give it to Twizzlers. I'm not gonna be that mean to it. And it'll bring us to Resurrection. And candy corn. I can't put it in Twizzlers because it's not that good. And I can't put it in Raisins because Busta Rhymes is in it. But I can definitely put it there. Rob Zombie's Halloween. Hey, Raj, what are you thinking about Rob Zombie's Halloween?
Oh, why?
Now, there are things I did enjoy about the first one, but not enough to put either the first one or the second one above the bottom category. Now, with all that being said, I am going to put Halloween 4 in the M&Ms. I was a bit too good on Halloween 4, and I know that. But Halloween 2018, yeah, I really, really enjoyed 2018. And does it top the list, though? Would that go to the top? It's really good. It's probably the best portrayal of Laurie outside of the first film. I have to, just because one, both, they could have ended it right there, and I would have been satisfied. I didn't need two more, but they did two more. Halloween Kills. Honestly, it's a Twizzler. It's good. It's not great. And now that being said, Halloween. It's hard to rank Halloween Kills because we haven't seen Halloween Ends yet, and Halloween Ends is its own little beast. So it makes it really hard to do that. And before I go any further, before I go on ranking the lines, the timelines, and giving you guys a little bit more to angrily type on the keyboard. So don't be angry. Type your own rankings. I would love to see your own rankings. Please don't just type by mine is wrong, but type by what your rankings are, and be that way. I'll be positive on Halloween 2021. Speaking of Halloween 2021, oh my God, does that not look snazzy? This is a Everything But Evil Dies Tonight t-shirt from my merch store, and you will find the link down below in the description. It is on here for a very limited time, and yes, they are selling. I'm actually happy to say Evil Dies Tonight, Halloween 2021. Obviously, it's limited. It's got Halloween 2021 written on the back of it, but Everything But Evil Dies Tonight. If you like Halloween Kills, it's a fun little nod to Halloween Kills. If you hate Halloween Kills, it's a fun little nod to what you don't like about Halloween Kills. Either way, I've given you a shirt that can work for both sides of the polarized argument on Halloween Kills. Okay, let's get back to Halloween and let's rank the timelines. So here is what we're going to do. So we're going to make these things. So we have the first timeline, which would have been Halloween. So the very first timeline would be, and I'm just not putting them in a ranking yet. I'm just going to put them together. We got Halloween, Halloween 2, Halloween 4. This is not ranking them yet. Halloween 5, Halloween 6. There's two Halloween 6s here somewhere. And there, that's one Halloween timeline right there. We also have Halloween, Halloween 2, and H2O. That's another timeline. Then we have Halloween 3, which is its own timeline. So we're going to put it right here for a second. Gets its own timeline. And then we have, of course, Halloween. We have Rob Zombie's Halloween and Halloween 2 right there. And we also have Halloween, and Halloween Kills. So how do I rank these timelines? I really do like the new timeline. I liked it a lot, but I'm going to leave the ranking for that one last. And again, it's not finished, so we don't really know exactly how Halloween Ends is going to end. I'm assuming Michael's going to die, Laurie's going to die, and other characters are probably going to die too. But if you want to let some people live, Lindsay would be nice. I liked her character in the last film, actually. That really surprised me, Carl Richards. And Allison. I liked Allison too. So even if they're going to do something else with another timeline, I would love to see Danielle Harris get at least a cameo in the next one, playing a different character. Obviously, she can't play who she played in her original timeline, and she can't play who she played in the Halloween Rob Zombie timeline. So it's easy for me. I'm an old fogey. Guys, I was around when dinosaurs roamed the earth. So Rob Zombie's Halloween does go to the bottom of the barrel for me. That's just me. That's not saying anything about the quality of the Rob Zombie films for somebody else. That's just my personal opinion. Now, if I'm going to rank the next one up from that, well, honestly, that's the Thorn era. So that is Halloween, Halloween 2, Halloween 4, 5, 6, 6, right there. And the reasoning? Because... No, we're not. No, we're not going to put the Thorn era there. What am I thinking? Resurrection exists. So, Halloween, H2O. So, Halloween, H2O, and Resurrection. That goes next. Now, don't think these where we're ignoring this right now. So, next up, we've got the Thorn trilogy to look at, and Halloween 3 to look at. So, what goes higher? Do I put Halloween 3, which is one film on its own, higher, or do I put the Thorn trilogy higher, the Thorn films higher? So we're looking at 4, 5, and 6 now. What goes up higher, 4, 5, and 6, or Halloween 3 on its own? Well, I enjoyed 4, 5, and 6. But I also enjoyed Halloween 3, and I'm enjoying the David Gordon Green films. But what do I watch most? What do I enjoy most? Well, then, in third place, it's the Dave Gordon Green films. In second place is Halloween 3. And in first place, surprising even me, it is the Halloween Thorn Saga. So you're looking at 4, 5, both 6s, and actually Halloween 1 and 2, because they also are included in that's not however they're also included in the in this saga. So the thing is that I had to look at the timelines and kind of break it down into which one I had the most fun with, which one had the most films that I'll go back and watch over and over again, no matter how crazy or insane it got. And the way that it came down to was this: I watched Halloween 3 a lot. I always knew Halloween 3 in its own bubble timeline was going to be in second place. I knew that coming into this. I didn't know where I was going to put David Gordon Green's series. I didn't know where I was going to be putting the Thorn trilogy series. I didn't know exactly where I was going to put the Rob Zombie series, because that's not for me. I'm not of the group for that. I do love his Lords of Salem though, but that's not a Halloween film. Now, H2O and Resurrection. H2O was good, wasn't great though. Resurrection, it was a film. It was shot on film. And as much as I really enjoy Halloween 2 and Halloween and the original Halloween, were those two enough to put H2 and Resurrection up farther? No, because we had Resurrection, which was definitely the weakest of all of the films, aside from the Rob Zombie films. I'll watch Resurrection a million times before I'm going to watch Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 again. I just can't. I can't do that. I'm not that much of a masochist. And H2O was one that a lot of people loved, but it wasn't my favorite. So I really enjoyed Halloween, of course. I enjoyed Halloween 2018, and I enjoy aspects, but not everything, of Halloween Kills. So that put that one in third place. When it came to the original timeline, the first timeline, honestly, it's one, I grew up with it. Two, we get Jamie Lee Curtis. We get a young Danielle Harris. We get Rachel, who was super cute. We get Kathleen Kinmont, who was one of the most attractive and full-figured girls in Halloween 4 of all the girls that show up in the series. We get all the cute girls from Halloween 1 and Halloween 4 and Halloween 5 and Halloween 6. And as crazy as Halloween 6 is, as much sense as it didn't make, I enjoyed it. And I think there's the difference, is that in Rob Zombie's Halloween, he tries to explain everything. He over-explains everything to the point where, okay, this is what he's doing. He's got a bad childhood. This, he got the mask from here. He got the pant. He got his outfit from here. He got his, he wants to go back and kill these people because of this. And it would really kind of dragged it down into like Investigation Discovery, that channel, the ID channel. Remember the ID channel? Yes, all these like murder shows on. My mom watches it all the time. So imagine not like Investigation Discovery, and then you get like the YouTubers that do like that talk about true murder cases. Not that, because that's still like kind of interesting. But if you were to find somebody that had read a true detective, like maybe a story or two from a magazine back in the day, and whacked him in the head like 37 times and told him to write what he thinks a serial killer is going to be like, that's probably what you're going to get. Again, just my opinion. Remember that, guys. A lot of this is done for humor. But when they try to explain him in part 6, it's insane. You can't help but kind of marvel at how nuts they're going with it. So there's a cult. And there's babies, and in one version of it, it's his baby, and another version, it's an X-Files style laboratory with a bunch of possible evil babies and stuff like that. There's, they're going around wearing their hood stuff. There's a man in black. It's nuts. It makes no sense, but oh my God, is it ever a fun ride? Paul Rudd is overacting so beautifully. He is channeling the craziestness of Sam Loomis, and oh my God, 4, 5, and 6, we see Sam Loomis totally go off the rails. He's in part 1, he's he's warning people. In part 2, he's putting up the gun to shoot. We got to get back to the hospital to save everybody. In part 4, he's still evil has come back to your town type of thing. Working with the sheriff. In part 5, he's literally taking Jamie and bringing her to Michael Myers' house, which is now a gothic mansion for some reason, which makes no sense. But oh my God, I love it. It's shot so well. There's a gothic mansion, and he takes Jamie Lloyd, and he brings her there so that he can get Michael and put a chain net on Michael and hit him with the 2x4 till he passes out and has a heart attack and maybe dies. But he comes back. He gets better for part 6 because there's a man in black that literally went in at the end of part 5 and did a Dick Tracy scene where he's got a Tommy gun and he shoots up. I'm serious. He's got a Tommy gun. It's done in silhouette. It's like a scene from Dick Tracy. And he shoots up the entire police department. How can you not love that? It's insane. It is utterly insane. Oh. Hi, I'm back. So there you go. That's my ranking of the lead characters, except for Loomis, because Loomis is getting his own wacky ranking next year for Halloween. That's my ranking for all the Halloween films. Take it with a grain of salt and a dash of like good humor. And that's my ranking of the Halloween timelines. Oh, great Thorn trilogy, series of films with 1 and 2 tacked on there. You won my heart. You really did. I am Aaron. This is the Cult of Cinema. If you enjoy this, definitely feel free to watch more, to subscribe, to like, to share, to join the Patreon, to donate, to all that kind of jazzy stuff. But overall, what I want you to do is, well, try not to eat too much candy. Maybe a little bit more. But, don't push it. Anyway, stay happy, stay healthy. Kiddies out there, oh my God, our kids watching this. Don't forget, brush your teeth tonight after you eat the candy, because it makes a difference. I'm Aaron. This has been the Cult of Cinema Halloween edition. As always, it costs nothing to be kind. Be kind to others. Be kind to yourself. You deserve it. Check out some cool Halloween films. Check out some cool stuff, because it doesn't have to be Halloween just 1 month or 1 day of the year. Halloween's a mindset that can go all year long. And with me, it does. Thank you for watching. Right here in the Cult of Cinema, there is always one more movie. And in tonight's case, many different timelines where movies cross over. Have a wonderful Halloween. Happy Halloween 2021. I got a t-shirt. Just putting it out there. It's pretty snazzy. And I'll see you here, hopefully next time, for another Cult of Cinema video. Because it's November now, guys. You know what that means? We're coming on Black Friday. So November, it's the month of Black Friday. Vinegar Syndrome, Severin. We have so very much to prepare for and so very much to talk about. See you soon.